Hello, and welcome to the webinar. My name is Kenneth Hall, and today's presentation is entitled Securing Your Financial Future with Onpassive. How many of us have been through different programs and schemes with the hope and the dream that we would increase our cash flow and make a difference in our life and the lives of family and friends around us? I'm going to assume that the disappointments were endless. Many have looked for work online in multi-level marketing, direct sales, trading, and even crypto. Most of us could not make it happen for various reasons. So we're here today to talk about a company that I came across back in November of 2018 that has changed the business model where the company does all the heavy lifting and we don't have to do any of the work. Meaning that we can be anywhere in the world and our businesses will be taken care of. Most people think about work as getting up in the morning, going through traffic, opening the business for 8 or 9 hours, and then closing the business and rushing back through the same traffic, only to realize that our kids are already in bed and our spouses have that familiar look on their faces. Well, an online business can change all of that for you. So, as you look at this image, I want you to think about all the things that you would or would not do if you didn't have to stress about money. At this time, you're probably asking yourself, is that even possible? Or is this just another one of those program things? Well, let's get an idea from one of the richest men in the world and see what he has to say. Warren Buffett says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. It is pretty similar to the expression, doing the same thing year in, year out, and expecting a change is the definition of insanity. So the question arises, how can one make money while they sleep? Well, former President Bill Clinton says, because of the power of the internet, people can use small sums of money to make large sums of money. So having an online business is directly connected to working on the internet. Now, there is an expression in the internet world that the internet is the great equalizer. And indeed, the internet is a great equalizer because once you put it to good use, it does not sleep, it does not complain, it does not get sick, it doesn't ask for vacation, it does not ask for a raise, it simply works 24/7. This means that you can be making money while being with your loved ones. And as we said before, you can make money on the internet even while you are fast asleep. So you can conduct an online business and still enjoy the niceties of life. Now, making money on the internet requires two things. It requires one to sell products or services and to build a team of customers. But as we can see in this image, it is not as easy as it may seem. So we are faced with a problem. And the problem is, many of us don't know how to sell. Many of us do not know how to recruit. And many of us simply don't know how to build a team of customers. So as a result, very few succeed online. In fact, the percentage is said to be an astounding 97% failure rate, which equates to around 350 million failing businesses. That is a staggering number. So our CEO came up with a solution. And that solution is Onpassive. Now, Onpassive is a hands-free, completely done for you automated online business that offers targeted traffic so that you can make money while you're doing other things. It is a marketer's dream come true. And if you don't have a business, Onpassive will be that business for you. We like to refer to it as the correction to the corruption. Onpassive was founded by our CEO, Mr. Ash Mafara. He's a man of tremendous vision for the future. He attended the American Intercontinental University for a master's degree in information technology and e-commerce. He's completed online Harvard School for Business Creation. He's researched models such as Walmart, Google, Apple, Amazon, LinkedIn, and the like. He has over 20 years of experience in online business. Now, let's talk a little bit about the company. Onpassive is an American-based company registered in Orlando, Florida, with a tech staff and support team of about 700 plus employees in Hyderabad, India. This is where our products are being developed. Here you can see our office building in the left and a shot of members of the technical staff on the right side. Onpassive has two physical locations, one in Hyderabad, India, where our products are being developed, and our head office in Orlando, Florida, where our CEO sits. Here you can see newspaper clippings from our opening back in December 2020, which created quite some excitement in the IT space. Now, the objective of Mr. Mafaro when he started was to create a new model that will be 100% done for you business and give you total life freedom within 12 to 24 months after the launch. That means the model will have automated product selling, automated customer building, automated follow-up and sales, which in time makes you a very successful business owner. Now, at the back of your mind, you're probably asking, do I have to sell products? The answer is no. Do I have to recruit people? The answer is still no. When we say Onpassive is a 100% done for you business, we mean that simply by using breakthrough technology. This model has never been attempted before in the industry. Now let's take a look at this slide, and I want you to pay close attention. This describes the behaviors of salespeople in any sector, and the information was sourced from the National Sales Executive Association. And if you'll read with me on the top line, it says 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople make a third contact and stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. And if you go all the way to the bottom line, it says 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. Now, what does that mean? It means that simply people cannot sell, as we discussed earlier in the presentation. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. And for this, there's the importance of an automated follow-up system, and thus the birth of Onpassive. Now, we said earlier, to be successful on the internet, one needs products or services, and we need to build a team of customers. So let's talk a little bit about the products of Onpassive. Now, the company plans to roll out 50 products over time. When Mr. Mafara created Onpassive, his idea was to integrate all the products with each other, a type of a communication between themselves. That is one of the things that makes Onpassive truly revolutionary. So let's discuss a couple of them. One of our products is called Obless. Obless is a crowdfunding platform that allows you to donate to causes that are dear to you, whether it be UNICEF, Red Cross, or similar. The beauty of Obless is that, like all other tools, it comes as a part of your package. Another difference is Obless is no hidden fees attached. Another product is OConnect. OConnect is a webinar platform. It is a high definition audio and video conferencing tool. There's a screen capture option which enables the user to take screenshots while recording. Another interesting feature is the auto language translation. While you are discussing your information on the OConnect platform, the user will understand your presentation in their own language. OConnect will provide an easy and better way to stay connected in the virtual world. And instead of using platforms like Zoom, people will be lining up to use OConnect's communication platform because of its features and very low cost. The bottom line is that all of these products will be superior to everything on the market and are under one roof. It is a one-stop shop at a ridiculously low price. When put together, the value of all these products are over $500 billion. Academy by itself, which is our educational platform, has a projected market value of over $350 billion by 2025. When Onpassive launches to the public within very short, it will obliterate everything in sight. There is simply no competition. So who will be using these products? It is projected that within the first 12 months after launch, Onpassive will generate 100 million customers. They will include teachers, government workers, college and university students, real estate agents, e-learners, opportunity seekers, and many more. People from all walks of life. That includes people like you and myself. So you ask yourself, how can you get involved? And my answer would be, become a Go-Founder. Now, who is a Go-Founder? A founder is anyone who joins Onpassive before the public launch. The Go-Founders platform was the first product launched by Onpassive, where members can keep track of their progress, communicate with other founders, and participate in beta testing of the company's products. What are some of the benefits of being a founder? You'll be a founder of a unicorn company. You will earn residual income for life. It is 100% hands-free, set it and forget it. You'll receive targeted traffic to your website given to you by the company. Onpassive builds your business and team for you automatically. You'll be part of a beta testing and inner circle of decision making. You'll pay one time out of pocket, and the subscriptions are paid from profit. You will benefit from the massive marketing campaigns, and you'll have access to every tool you will ever need to be successful in online business. Now, if you became interested in becoming a founder today, all you need to do is get back to the person who invited you, and they will provide you with a link to register for free. Once you have completed the registration process, You can then proceed to pay the cost of 97 US dollars one time out of pocket if you pay by Bitcoin. And if you're using a card, there's a processing fee of $5 that will bring your total to 102 US dollars, securing your spot to build an income for your business, generating income for life, all on autopilot. Now, in Onpassive, there will be two payments: your founder's fee of $97, and the second is your subscription fee at launch, otherwise known as your product package purchase. This is estimated to be around $250. We will be paying Onpassive to build us that success. This is like saying to Onpassive, look, I don't want to do the technical stuff. I don't understand it. Here is my $250. You, Onpassive, do the work for me. Now, Onpassive offers you a money back guarantee. It is 100% risk free, so you cannot lose. You can pay your $97, come in and look around, but if you don't think it's for you, simply ask for a refund. Whether you are passive or active, everyone wins. Everyone benefits from Onpassive. Now, there's a great correlation between your network and your net worth, meaning that the amount of people on your team is equal to the size of your bank account. The more team players, the more success. Now, if you're a passive, meaning that you do absolutely nothing, when Onpassive launches, you will have 0 customers on your team. The company will then go to work for you, set up your website, drive traffic to it, follow up, and close the sale. So let's have a look at the chart. On day 1, you will have no people on your team. After about 60 days, using a conservative number, you would have acquired a team of 3 customers. Month 4, you would have acquired a team of 12 customers. And you say, where did you get that number 12 from, Kenneth? And I say, 3 times 3, 9, plus 3 is equals to 12. So let me explain. Remember that Onpassive is a 100% hands-free business. They do all the work. So just like they went out and looked for 3 customers for you, the same must be done for people that come into the business. Likewise, month 12, you would have acquired a team of 1,000 customers. Online sales this year is estimated to be $4.9 trillion. So the question for you to ask yourself is, do you want a piece of that pie? So what if you are active? Active means that you share the business with others. Now, let's suppose that you share the business with 3 people. Onpassive goes to work the same as that of the passive member. On launch day, you would have a team of 3 customers. After 12 months, that will have grown to 3,000 customers. A team of 40 customers. After 12 months, that would have grown to a team of 10,000 customers. And if you're a real recruiter, a team of 1,000 customers would have grown to a team of 100,000 customers. The point is, if you are passionate enough about sharing a great opportunity with others, you will be simultaneously building your customer base and earn faster when we launch. I now encourage you to let Onpassive be the vehicle that drives you to your dreams. Let Onpassive be the one that changes your life and the lives of relatives and friends around you. If you're in it, you've already won. Our secret of positive results is a positive mindset. Currently, We are over 690,000 founding members globally. Let us not get disappointed by false promises. It is time to change. Forget everything you've seen before and become a Go Founder today. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of our program. I will now turn the mic back over to Miss Admira Walker as she conducts the Q&A session. Thank you for listening.
Okay, there you have it, everyone. We present to you Onpassive, the last business that you will ever need. Ken and I wish to say a big thank you to all those who sit on our panel from time to time, to all our Leadership Council members who are taking the time and responsibility of assisting us at our webinar. We really thank you. Tonight, we have with us Narelle. We have Yvonne, and they are both from Australia. We have James Bell, the one and only James Bell. And we have Julie, a Leadership Council member, who we are familiar with from the Julie and Milo show. 4 very knowledgeable people who will present to us tonight, or who will answer the questions that we have tonight about Onpassive. So to all our guests, don't be afraid, ask away your questions. That's why we are having this webinar. And if you're a bit shy, you can write it in the chat and I will read it for you. Our co-founders, you will have your chance a little bit later on in the program. But right now, we encourage all our guests to ask their questions. All right, so who is going to be first? Just put your hand up, use the reaction button at the bottom of your screen. Put your electronic hand up, or you can just indicate by raising your hand, and you will ask your question, okay? While we are waiting on the first question, we are going to ask Narelle, just introduce yourself very briefly.
Good morning from Australia. Hi, Admira. Thank you to Kenneth once again. Welcome, everyone. It's lovely to see you all here. I'm not quite sure.
Thank you, Narelle.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were finished.
No, I just didn't know whether you want me just to introduce myself.
Oh, yes, just to say who you are, you know, so that the guests will know who will be answering the questions, okay?
Thank you.
Yvonne, you can go now. Thank you, Narelle.
Hi, everyone. Lovely to be on here today. How are you all? My name's Yvonne Mackett. I'm from Perth, Australia. So I'm in Western Australia. And Narelle and I are the Aussie girls. So
thank you very much, Yvonne. Mr. James Bell.
Hi, everybody. My name is James Bell. Everybody can call me Jim. I'm from Stratford, Ontario, Canada. So just thought I'd let you know that.
Thank you,
Welcome
James.
aboard.
Thank you. And Julie?
Hello, everyone. So nice to meet everyone here. My name is Julie. I am from Orange County, California. We have the Julie and Milo show, as you can see in my background, Julie and Milo show. Good to have everyone here.
Great to have you, Julie. Thank you very much. We have Chris with us as usual. Chris, just greet everyone. Chris, we love hearing you.
Hey.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Chris.
I thought you said Christopher Dodge. That's what I thought you said.
Let's hear that. Hey.
Hey, Chris Johnson here, the national cheerleader for Onpassive. Welcome to all you new people that came onto this wonderful presentation, and get ready to change your life because it's coming.
Thank you very much, Chris. Okay, and I gather that Marty will be joining us a little bit later. Okay, so now is our question and answer period, and we are waiting questions from our guests. While we do that, I'm going to sort of ask a question so that we'll get us started, because sometimes our guests are a little bit shy to begin. All right, so I listened to the presentation and it was said that you have to pay $97 to get in, and then you have to pay $250. I just want you to explain what is the $97 for and what is the $250 for?
Okay, I'll take that. The $97 is your membership fee to become a member of Onpassive, one time only. The subscription fee, once we go into soft launch or in the hard launch, you will pay $250 one time. That's it. That's the only time you'll come out of pocket, is those two times. $97 first, then $250, and then the rest is gravy. How's that sound?
Can I just
Okay.
say something there, Admira, please? I just want to verify that the $97 is US dollars, because they're all different currencies all over the world. And in Australia, that equates to about 135 Australian dollars. So if people want to work it out in their own currency, it's 97 US dollars. Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much,
adding that.
Norel and Belle. Thank you very much. My coworker asked me today, I thought this was one time out of pocket. So why do I have to pay $250 after I pay $97? So I think my coworker is here, so I would just like you to explain that aspect of it, the $250.
So I'll take that, Admira. Basically, that $97 is basically you're buying a ticket to get to the door. When you
Right.
get to the door of Onpassive, you have a chance to sit down and have a meeting with the CEO of our company. You get to witness how the product is being put together when the CEO is sharing and giving updates with us. You basically witness the process of how this whole company is being built. Remember, when you have an opportunity, an invitation to be with a company where you get to witness all of that. If you were to think of any company that is out there today, when you get an invitation to those company, what you're going to be going out of your pocket, not $97. I would say $90,000 or $90 million when you're talking about technology. Okay, so today you get invited to be with the company that is going to take over, I would say, in my opinion, is going to give you so much more valuable, and you only pay that much. And if you were to imagine if 15 years ago when Apple invited you to join the Apple company, if you have known it today, would you say yes to it? And if they had a $9,000 open position, would you still join? So basically that 97 is that value that you get to do. You get to witness, you get to see the products, or I would say the company being built in front of you, okay? And you have also, there's so much value in that $97 when you get to be in front of the door to Onpassive, because not only that, you get to know so many founders across the world. Trust me, if you're not a founder, you probably would not be able to witness and to learn everything that we have been learning. So that is the value of that $97 that you spend. And there's a lot more. I'm very sure that many of us here could resonate with me on that value that you have already received when you pay that $97 to become a founder.
Okay.
Now, that $250, it's not a set amount yet. What it does is that when Onpassive hard launch, you're going to need to get access to a wallet, and that $250 or whatever that amount that's set at that time will get you to that. And yeah, I think I've answered a little bit long, but I hope it helped.
Thank you
No, but
very
it's
much.
it's good info.
Thank you very much, Julie. I know that it will have helped someone. Okay, so don't be shy, I guess. Put your hand up and ask your questions. The night is still young and we have time. I know that Kenneth's presentation is super simple and that you can understand, but I'm sure there is something that you really want to know. Okay, so while you're waiting, I'm going to keep shooting questions at you.
McGill has his physical hands raised. Admira.
I'm not seeing. Who did you say? Sorry.
Jeffrey McGill.
Okay, I don't know why I'm not seeing that hand raised, but McGill, kindly go ahead, please. I'm unable to see hand raised. I don't know why.
Okay.
Go ahead.
With the $97, I'm of the understanding that that also gives you part of the profit that Onpassive makes. Is that correct?
Absolutely. If you are a founder of a company, you have the commissions, or I shall say, you get to share the earning. And when I said sharing the earning, I don't mean about share as in a share on a stock. I don't mean that at all, because our company, it's not a company that will be sell in the market, in the stock market at all. When I said share, that you get to share the earning that the company makes when the company, or when each and every one of us resell the products that are offered from Onpassive.
Okay, thank you. So I know that when we talk business and selling and products and so forth, people usually think of things that you can sell, like shoes or toothpaste or towels or some products that you can sell. When Onpassive speaks about products, what are we talking about?
Anyone else like to take it, or I can?
Laurel, Yvonne? Mr. Bell?
Sorry.
Okay,
Hello.
Yvonne.
Oh,
Hi.
somebody said hello.
Sorry, the products, we have digital products. So we have over 50 digital products that we can actually be using and being able to use for our business, or use it if we don't have a business, we can actually become not just a user, but we can actually become an on-seller of the products. So we have 50 digital products. We also have physical products, but that's yet to come on board. But we do know that that is happening as we speak. So yeah, we have a great products to use, and to have that one payment to use all these products is pretty amazing, because no other company has ever done this before.
Okay, thank you so very much. And later on, somebody else, maybe James or Narelle, will tell us what some of those products are. But for now, we're going to take a question in the chat. How do people hear about Onpassive? How do people hear about Onpassive?
By word of mouth.
So,
We share. All the founders share what they know.
okay, very quick and simple answer. That's right. We just share. So maybe, Narelle, you can tell us maybe how you heard about it, so that Joanna will get a better understanding, because Joanna is asking the question. How did you hear about Onpassive?
Thank you, Admira. Yeah, where does it begin? I joined in October 2020. And the reason why I joined Onpassive was because I was fundraising for my little niece, Mimi, who has cerebral palsy. Mimi's unable to walk unaided and needs lots of treatments every year. And her parents have to fly from their town in Queensland, Australia to Sydney. And they go and have treatments for Mimi with a US company called Napa. Napa has machining and also the people there helping Mimi with her muscle movements and things like that, to be able to strengthen those muscles to one day have her walk unaided. So I was fundraising on Facebook, also have used GoFundMe. And what I found was that those platforms were taking 15 to 30% of the money off the top. Now, that's ridiculous when we're raising money already for those in need, whether it be for your community, whether it's a cause or an idea that you might have. These big companies in a year are earning over $1 billion, $110 billion off the top of your hard-earned money that you think is going towards those causes or communities, or in my case, towards Mimi's treatments. So what happened was a friend of mine on Facebook who I've not met in person, but lives in New Zealand and is now my sponsor, Val Astle, she sent me a message, a private message saying, look, Narelle, I'm sorry, I can't help financially right now, but please take a look at this. I think it might be of interest and might be able to help yourself and Mimi. So it took me about a week to get back to that email to read it and to look at the video. And when I did, I saw the most amazing video that explained to me what this company was about, how Onpassive works for just the everyday Joe Blow, you know, how it could work for not only myself, but to bring in that income or the money available so that Mimi's parents don't have to fundraise all the time. Now, you know, it's costly. When I say costly, they fly to Sydney and they have 3-week blocks where Mimi is going to treatment 5 days a week. That costs between $8,000 to $10,000 at least 2 times a year. Now, they'd like to take Mimi down there more often. However, funds don't allow that. So they go as often as they can. And it is amazing. If anybody has seen my Facebook, they will see the machine that little Mimi has used. They put her on. She has the biggest smile. She has the biggest heart. She's 8 years old, turning 9 this year. So I want to thank that lady, my friend Val Astle, for sending me that information, because with her doing that, you know, even though she couldn't help financially, what she did for me was allow me to join as a founder of Onpassive and also buy a founder position for Mimi, so that when the funds start to come through, Mimi will be provided with enough funds to be able to provide for her for life. Now, cerebral palsy people will never be exactly the same and walk and stand as strong as what we do. However, you know, to be able to provide for her, maybe the operation, which is only done in America to help cerebral palsy, is $100,000. It will help provide if that is required. You know, it will help provide for her parents to be able to fly her and any help or any support people with to be able to stay over there for the amount of weeks that it will take. So the reason why I joined was for Mimi first. But when I saw how much this opportunity was, I bought a position also, not only for myself, but for my 3 children and my granddaughter. Because they then will have that opportunity to have their own dreams, to do what they want to do in life, whether it's to travel in Australia, in any part of the world. You know, owning your own home these days is not it's not an easy task to be able to get to that stage. You know, they all struggle to get that deposit and everything like that. So that's what I did. That's why I joined. And I am so grateful every day, you know, for Mr. Ash Mafara, for Onpassive, and for everyone here who has become my family. So thank you.
Thank you so very much, Narelle. I'm sure that Joan is very clear now with that answer, okay? Very clear. I got a little clarity there myself. Thank you so very much for that answer. And that is how we hear about Onpassive. People share. Okay. Thank you very much.
Amira,
Yes,
this is
Julie.
Julie. I like to kind of talk a little bit more about the product that you had mentioned with a question earlier.
Yes, please.
Because a lot of people will not be able to visualize the products. So before I talk about all the awesome products that Onpassive has, I like to reference an example so that people has an idea of how are the products that help businesses or helping individuals. So let's go into a doctor. Let's use a doctor office as a business, that how Onpassive can help a doctor. Okay, so let's do that. So I hope that you can visualize a little bit. When you open a doctor, a practice, you're gonna need to have a lot. You're gonna have to have a domain, a website. You'll have to have some kind of program, a staffing program for you to how to keep track with staffing. How do you are going to keep track with your client information? How are you going to keep track with appointments, scheduling your clients? There are so many programs you need to have in order for you to run your practice very well. I had an opportunity to talk with a doctor, and I asked him a question. I said, how many bills do you have to pay every month in order for you to keep your practice going? And his answer to me was a lot. And I would say 10, 15, 20s. He said, there's a lot of bills that we have to take care. So now think about if Onpassive has products that can help that particular doctor or particular practice to run everything that that person, that doctor, that practice, or if you can think of a hospital, or you can think of a clinic. If Onpassive has all the products that can help them to run that practice or that clinic, and it's only one bill that they have to pay to Onpassive to be able to do that. So those are the products. Now, remember, those are a lot of products in order for them to run the practice or clinics. So now, all of the products that help them to be able to run their clinic, their practice, and give them the time, the freedom, time, and also they get to save a lot of money in their pocket. And Onpassive will take care of that for them. So I like you to picture as Onpassive is one big umbrella that has a little bit of every person, every program, everything that's under that umbrella. As a business owner, you have to pay 10, 15 bills a month in order to keep your business going. But if Onpassive come in and you could utilize all the products and the services, the tools that Onpassive offer to you with one bill, but you have to become a founder, right? So it costs you $97 to become the founder. Once you become a founder, and when Onpassive launch, you get to use all of the products that Onpassive is offering you with just one subscription price. Now, let's talk about subscription. Everybody, doesn't matter if you are a business, a owner, an individual, everybody still have to pay the very first subscription price of about $250. We call that number as $250. We don't have a definite number yet, but that is one very first initial payment. The subscription after that will not be coming out of your pocket. If you are a doctor that running a clinic or a practice, and every month you don't have to pay 15, 20 bills, but you only pay that one bill, and that one bill doesn't come out from your pocket, but it come out from the commission that Onpassive was able to pay you when you have that commission. Now you might ask, how does Onpassive be able to make the payment for me to do that? Think about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligent machine learning, it's this big giant machine or technology that is working 24 hours a day, 365 days a week, never take vacation, never get sick, never take holiday, never celebrate holiday, never really do anything. And it worked like horse powers. When I'm thinking about artificial intelligence, I'm thinking about a country that actually sit down there and do the business for you. And that is a core proprietary valuable that Onpassive has created for all of us. And so when you're talking about the value that Onpassive were able to give it to us, that $97 is literally a little bit of maybe a dinner, maybe for other country, maybe a week of, saving. So it's very little for us to spend that $97. Think about the value. And when you are thinking about the value, you will say, I want to be a founder of this company. Okay. The thing that turned me on, the light that turned me on when I understand about Onpassive is when Mr. Ashmo Farad talk about Catmo. All right. If you are a guest here, if you could please take your pen and paper, please write down Catmo. I'm going to spell it out slowly for you. It is CATMO. The letter C, it's standing for a complete digital online solution. Please write it down. Complete digital online solution. What it is that anything you can think of on internet, anything Onpassive will be able to deliver. I'm not talking about at the minutes they are launching. I'm talking about they continuously will deliver it to us. Okay, that's letter C. Letter A, it's 100% automation. Okay, when you're talking about automation, it's automatically done for you. And it using artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay, so it's all done for you. Please think about driving an automatically driving car, an autopilot car. Okay, so that's A. T is targeted traffic. You're not talking about any kind of traffic. If you have a product that is the best lotion in the world, you have all this great ingredient, you are just going to have people that look for that certain type of ingredient, that certain type of lotion will come and visit your business. That's when we call it a targeted traffic. Okay, so that's a T. M is money. We're talking about money. And in Onpassive, when you hear someone talk about Apple, they really meant money. And money in Onpassive, it is in form of residual income. What I'm talking about residual income, it is that Onpassive is offering a wallet. When you see money in there, anytime, any minute, anywhere you want to take it out, you absolutely have the ability to take it out. So that's M. O, it stands for Onpassive. As many of us are here, some of us are been in Onpassive a few months, some of us has been in Onpassive a couple years. Myself, I've been in Onpassive for over 2 years. Onpassive will always over deliver. If you are in Onpassive and if you are a founder, you get access to a treasure. I call it a treasure because it has all the information that you ever need to learn about this business, and it is in your back office. And every time you go on there, you listen to the people, the founders, the family, the community, you listen to Mr. Ashmore. We always will over deliver. Therefore, there's a webinar every day, every day, every day you can get access to, and almost a majority of the languages you get access to. So that is the products. And I mean, that is just a snapshot of all the products. I hope that helps. And I know Chris is clapping me off. So
thank you, Julie. Yeah, I know the passion you have is like you want to tell them everything one time, but you're doing really well. We are enjoying it. But I just want to bring in a question that Freddie is asking, and then we can continue. You know, Onpassive offers us so much that we just want to tell and tell and tell. Okay. So Freddie's asking, what about those who build team? Will the bonus cover the monthly subscription? Will the bonus cover the monthly subscription? Come on, Narelle, Yvonne, or Belle. Julie,
Okay,
just...
I'll take it. Thanks for asking that, Freddie. I think as you will learn, like the 97, what was explained
You're
before,
welcome.
$250 is your first subscription fee. Now, as a founder, if you are building a team, and again, remember, we're not selling or recruiting anything here in Onpassive, we're sharing an opportunity. Now, as you share an opportunity, you'll say, you know, a friend or a family member or somebody that you know will want to join and be a part of Onpassive as well. They become a part of your team. And we talk about teams a little bit. We don't make a big deal about it because, again, like I said, we don't sell or recruit. However, we will all have to pay the $250, so to speak, first subscription fee. However, as a founder, when you build a team, there will be certain bonuses available to you that may provide you with small bonuses or, you know, per whoever has come in under your team, and that will help towards your first month subscription. So there's no 100% guarantee that your first subscription will be paid for or you'll make enough money to be able to pay for that. So what I always say to people, be prepared. You know, if you're not going to build a team, if you're going to come in and be passive, that's fine. It's absolutely fine, because we're all going to have to pay that first subscription, and that will start the process of becoming and using all of the tools available to us in Onpassive. So don't be too worried about, you know, how much you will or you won't. Just be prepared to pay that first subscription. And if you get some extra bonuses, excellent. You can put it towards that first subscription or that first month subscription. Hope that helps.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that answer, Narelle. And as our friend Susan Wong, she usually say, start saving up some money right now. Start putting towards it, because the launch is coming. And when by the time it gets here, you will have enough money. Okay, Freddie, we are happy that, and we hope that we have answered that question for you. Do you have another question? Yes. Okay, welcome, so.
Admira, sorry, I just want to say something. I sort of sat back after what I said before about Mimi, and there was one little thing that I forgot, and it's actually a really big thing, and I just want to say it very quickly. When I spoke about those fundraising platforms that I'd used, and they take 15 to 30% off the top, what I wanted to say is that in Onpassive, there is a platform called Obless, and Obless is the platform that I'll be using to help not only Mimi and her fundraising, because she has a founder position, but those across the world that need our help, that we can bring that balance back to humanity. Obless gives 100% of the money raised to the charity community, to the cause. So thank you. I just want to put that in there so people knew that there was a platform within Onpassive.
Thank you very much for that, Narelle. And as you mentioned, Obless, I was asking earlier on, for the benefit of those who do not know, what are some of the other products? I know we have Obless, like or connect, maybe you can explain like two or three of them. What are the products that we have? Like, how are they going to be? Okay, how are they going to be different than other people's product? For example, we're using Zoom right now. How is OConnect going to be different than Zoom? Why would people be running to OConnect and not staying with Zoom?
Okay,
Okay. Oh, sorry, you go.
that's okay. I'll go ahead. OConnect. Well, OConnect is another platform, a lot like Zoom, but OConnect, our product, is 10 times superior at a lower price point. So if you think about it, I think Ash's account is around 10,000 a month to use Zoom. So anybody that comes into Onpassive and they use OConnect, they're getting it at a considerable lower price point. So if you get a subscription of like $250, let's say, that's all they're paying. The superiority of OConnect is we can have an unlimited number of people on a Zoom conference, where with Zoom, we all know because we use this. Like today, we got booted off today on the Q&A webinar. I think I was booted off 3 times. So that's where our superior product is in comparison to Zoom. So Zoom right now is worth about $160 billion. And when we launch, we will probably take 75% of their market away from them. So it is a lot better. So if you can think of the dollars there, like we are just with the one product alone, we are $1 billion company. We have over 50 products. So just imagine how big that will be with all these products. So
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
yep. And can I add something else to this? To talking to the guests here, or yeah, basically the guests. If you're thinking $97 is not a lot of money, well, look at it this way: how much money do you spend in a week? You're going to work, buying a coffee, or using a vending machine. Total up the amount of money you'll spend just going to work or going out. It'll far surpass $97. So if you did stop that for 1 week, you've already saved up enough money to pay for your membership. So that's I discovered that with another business I was in. They were looking at ways of paying for things, and it becomes a discipline thing. How much money are you got to look at how much money are you spending on a weekly basis just going to get coffee or McDonald's? It adds up pretty quick. So just wanted to point that out.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bell. And I hear you say, OConnect is going to be better in quality. I hear you say it's going to be cheaper, and that's very important to people. I read in the chat that Marcini got kicked off a while ago from this webinar. So on OConnect, none of that is going to happen, okay? So it's going to be better by far. What do you say, Chris? Okay. So somebody's asking in the chat, Maria is asking, when should we be able to pay the first subscription? So when is our first subscription? That 250, well, we are saying that we don't know exactly how much yet, but around $250. When will we be expected to pay that?
When we go into hard launch, after the soft launch.
Okay. So I'm a guest here. So what is hard launch and what is soft launch?
Soft launch is right now we're in pre-launch. When we go into soft launch, that's where we do the beta testing, all the founders, to try and crash all the products, try and break them. And then once the soft launch is successful and Ash feels we're ready to go, that's when he'll go into hard launch. And that's to the public.
So you mean we're going to have a time to test out our products
during the soft launch? Yep.
Before. Okay. And then the hard launch is when we really go out
That's-
to the public.
That's when the fun begins.
Okay. And that's when we pay the 250. Is that what you're saying there?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. We're
Just one
going
thing,
pretty well.
Yvonne.
Guess keep our questions coming. Yes, Norel?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I just wanted to go off the back of what Jim said there. Once we go into hard launch, there will be no founder positions ever available again. So you have to remember this. This is a short period of time that we have left to be able to come in as a founder. And that's why, you know, we're talking, and that's why we're sharing about this right now, because we want people to see the opportunity to come into a multi-billion-dollar company before launch. You know, for those who don't know, you know, foundership or what that actually means is, you know, places like Apple, Microsoft, Facebook never asked you to be a founder of their business when they first launched or came onto the internet. And yet these companies are multi-billion-dollar companies now. Onpassive is already a $5.5 billion company before it launches, with over 720,000 founders. So it's a massive company. Remember what you're being asked to join to come in as a founder of Onpassive. It's going to be huge, bigger than any of those other companies. And remember, we have 50 plus tools, products. These companies only launched with one. So I just wanted to pop that on to the end of that. Thank you.
Thank you
And-
very much, Norel.
And to add to
Thank you
that,
very much.
just wanted to add one thing to that. To anybody that's thinking about waiting until we go into hard launch and they miss the founder position, it's far better to get in now, because the benefits outweigh what you'll get if you were to wait. If you were to wait, you're not going to get these benefits that a founder gets.
Thank you so very much, sir.
Can I
Sam.
jump on the back of that?
Okay, go ahead, Yvonne, and then I have a question from Sam.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Google took 7 years and they to become, you know, a unicorn company, which is a huge $1 billion company. And they only opened in one country, the US, to start with. So we have opened already in 212 countries. That is why we're going to be the biggest IT company that has hit the world, and we're going to hit it with a big bang, and we're disrupting it in a really big way. So you just got to get in now, because if you're not in it, you're not going to earn, you're not going to win, like we all are. We're founders and we're in a really good spot. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Like
Thank you
Marty
very
said,
much.
like Marty says, boom.
I was not going to ask Chris to say that. Boom. Okay, and I noticed that Marty posted $1 billion something in the chat. So people, you can click on that link and have a read. And I think it's relating to companies and how and when they became $1 billion companies. And you're gonna see a little bit more about what Yvonne was just talking about. We are right there. Okay, we don't have to wait all these years. So now is the time to get in. You have to get in it. You have to be in it to win it. Now let's go to Sam's question. Will the residual income after hard launch be available for non-founders? Will the residual income after the hard launch be available to non-founders? Julie, you want to take this one?
As far as after the hard launch for non-founders, I was not very clear on that part, but I do understand the fact that when you become a reseller, let's just say that when you become a reseller after hard launch, and when you sell the product, you share the product to friends, a customer, and when they bought it, you get to receive a residual income. So that the answer to that question is yes, but you won't get the benefits of the founders are receiving after hard launch. You won't get that benefit as a founder. So why wait?
Mhm.
Remember, the early birds get the worm. You come in, and then also, not only that, there's benefits for becoming a member. And a member in this case is a founder of Onpassive. So yes, for that question is absolutely yes, but you want to have the benefits. So why wait till hard launch? Jump on now. And one more thing that I wanted to let you know, guests, you might say, oh, I don't know about technology. Trust me, if you can drink water, this is coming from Mr. Ash Mulford, our CEO. If you can drink water, you can be in Onpassive because you don't have to do anything. All you got to do is know how to log into your back office, know how to log into your wallet, and it's very simple, very simple. So don't wait. Take the action today. It's going to be a decision or the action that you will never regret.
Can
Thank
I
you
pig-
very much, Julie.
Can I piggyback off of that, what you just said, Julie? When you say everybody, when you asked if they say they don't know the technology, well, think about this. This thing I have in my hand is my cell phone. That technology is going to be in this phone and many phones across the world. So you will be exposed to this technology, whether you like it or not. It will be there. It's coming. It's like, think about going down the streets of New York City where there's tens of thousands of people walking by and they all got one of these. If you take a little balloon and put above their head and put an O on it, that's because Onpassive is there as well. So think about it that way.
Okay. Thank you so very much. I have a question on the wallet, but I'm waiting on our guests to see what's happening. So Sam is asking another question. He wants to know, will AI go to get customers for non-founders? So who will AI be getting customers for? Founders and the non-founders, or is it go founders only? Good question.
So that is actually a very good question. AI will get customers for non-founders or founders. Like I said, if you have, let's say that all of us now are founders. Yes, we all here are founders. And we have a customer, which I have used example earlier, the doctor. If one of my customer is a doctor, right? That doctor will be hiring Onpassive to go get customer for that doctor. So yes, AI will get customers for non-founder as well. But if I have a chance to talk to that doctor and I said, become an Onpassive founder so you can get customers for a very little amount of money that you have to pay every month, that doctor would definitely jump in and become a founder as well. So I always answer questions in the long way so that people can understand. And that's why I wanted to explain that. So that question is yes. Chris, stop it.
You are doing a great job, Julie. Thank you so very much for explaining all that so that we make sure that the guest has it down pat. Thank you. Marty wants to come in here and I really wanted him to come in earlier, but he is here. So Marty, go right ahead.
Better late than never, right? Anyway, keep in mind, everyone, right now we're averaging about 100 signups, paid founders an hour, about 2,400 a day. There is a number that Ash has that he will not go over in founders. I would not play Russian roulette with, oh, I wonder if I'll be a founder this week or next week or the week after, because one day it's going to be too late and it'll never open again. For 97 bucks, if you have it and you're not sure what's going on, get in, find out later, learn later. Don't let this go by and then you go, oh, I should have done it. It's not worth it. For 97 bucks, are you kidding? So remember that every hour, 100 people are joining. It's only going to pick up. So if you get in now, 100 people will join after you in an hour. And every hour after that, hour after hour after hour. And we're still only going to be 1%, less than 1% of the total customers in a year. It's big, guys. Everybody needs to know that. It's okay to find out all the detail. Listen, most of us have joined many businesses for 10 times that amount and did not give this value. Guaranteed, I know I did it. So really keep that in mind. And that thing I put in there tells all the billion dollar companies and how long it actually took them to get there. And it wasn't overnight. And Onpassive will launch probably worth $3 billion. So, and I did get a sneak peek today of the staff, and you guys are going to be blown away. Things you get when you're a brown noser. Anyway, that's all I got.
Blow us away, Marty. Okay, so before you go, Marty, somebody's asking, Sam, 144 founders per hour. Marty, would you like to tell Sam how many founders we have today?
A small fact, this is Sam.
Hi, Sam.
I was
Great to see your face.
Yes. I was keeping track of the numbers, and this is what I found this morning. So the numbers, yes.
Okay, so you found that 144 founders are joining per hour.
Per hour, yes.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh. That is huge, isn't it, Sam?
Oh, that's huge, yeah. So
Sam, I'm glad you're right and I'm wrong,
huge.
okay? Yeah, that's fantastic. The bigger, the better.
Yeah, so Marty, how much do we have today?
I'm sorry?
Sorry, I was talking to Marty just now, asking him what is our number today? How many people?
You're going to ask me. Sam just told me I was wrong. Ask Sam how many there are. No, I think it's, I think I just looked. It was 700 and, hold on, I always got my back.
720,744.
That's it. Wow,
Go again, Bill. Go again, Bill.
Yep.
Say it again.
720,744.
Wow. Okay. I wanted you to say that because I noticed in the presentation we had 600,000. That was a little while back. So I wanted us to know how many persons we have today. Thank you very much, you guys, for all that information. Doing very well. So, any more questions? None in the chat. No hand is up. So I'm going to ask one person at this time to speak, to tell the guests why they should join Onpassive. I want Dr. Derek to do it. Dr. Derek, you have just 1 minute to tell the guests why they should be go-founders, why they should join Onpassive. Where is Dr. Derek?
Okay. Thank you very much, Admira. I noticed you limited me. That's all right.
Yeah,
I'm just as long-winded as Julie, because
I know. Why do you think I'm limiting you?
I take a page from Julie. Anyway, we have been taught to go and get a good education and get a job. And when you have a job, really and truly, it doesn't matter which job you have, whether a job as a doctor or a job as a lawyer or a job as a sanitation worker or a police or whatever job you have. Trust me on this, you are just over broke. That's it. And so Onpassive is here to give you the freedom. A lot of us will never understand what financial freedom means because we are just over broke. So we are always looking for another job. When I was in New York, I know a person who had 3 jobs, 2 during the week and 1 on the weekend. You know, I don't know how they do that. So the Onpassive opportunity will allow you and I to be free, financially free, where we can do what we want, when we want, how we want, if we want, wake up when we finish sleeping. A lot of us wake up, you know, prematurely, and that is not very good. You will be able to wake up when you are finished sleeping because you don't have an alarm to wake you up to rush, go to this job, to go to the other job, the other job, the other job. And so freedom is tantamount to your relaxation of mind when you are in Onpassive. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, sir. You actually can stick to that minute. Wonderful.
I can do it.
You can do it. Great job,
Freedom.
Freedom. It's about freedom.
Thank you so very much, sir.
And no disrespect, as a Black person, I know what freedom is. And
Amen to that.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. We are in it to win it. All right. No questions in the chat at this time. Any of the panelists want to say anything, or I have a question for Shari? Oh, Marty, I saw your hand up a while ago. Do you still want to? Okay.
Admire
All
Kathy.
right.
Got her hand
Kathy Lee. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, Kathy Lee, I saw your hand.
I just wanted to add two things that I think were left out. Number one, that it's my belief that we don't earn a bonus until we bring people in during soft launch. Is that correct, Marty?
The way it was set up, the last thing we heard was for your directs, you get $20, indirects are $2.
Yeah.
Now, you have a better chance if you have a team because you have 5 people, you got 5 times the chances if you have 0. If you have 0, I wouldn't expect to make buy a house with bonus. So the bigger the team, obviously, the better you'll do. But a lot has changed in the last 6 months. I don't believe from the way Ash is talking that the soft launch is going to be that long. I think, in fact, I think as short as possible. And I'm not even sure they're raising the price. So
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's more of a testing thing. I would not rely on a bonus unless you have a good sized team. It's just whatever you have, that's what they're going by. So if you had 10 people and the company brings in 1 for every 5, but if you have none, you could wind up with 1 or 2 if you're lucky, or maybe not. And if they're indirect, it's $4. So I wouldn't rely on that, but who knows? I mean, anything can happen. But I would build a team, forget the money. I would have a team ready, even if it's 3, 4, or 5, because when the company does build founders in soft launch, they're building for 5 of you instead of 1 of you. It just makes sense. It's leveraging. So you want to leverage what you're doing. So the more people you have, like if you're going to buy for family or you decide to, do it. Because in the long run, they're going to build for you, Kathy, and everybody that you brought in. So it's leveraging, that's all. And that's a big deal if you can leverage it. So, but it's not the end of the world. I think.
I just brought up so people start saving and not rely on that. But the other thing, I don't know if I missed it or if we just didn't mention it about the Connect, that the aspect that it has translation is such a huge important piece that makes it different and more valuable than Zoom. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, there's no comparison because Connect, you will have, a lot of people look at it and say, well, I think there's going to be free versions of many things that Onpassive has. And people will look at that and say, well, there's no money in it. Well, Zoom has a free version and it's worth $139 billion last year, past ExxonMobil. So the free version gets people in, and I want to keep people in mind. Think about this just for 1 second. If you share this on ONET, just ONET, the free version of ONET, and you bring in 20 people and you don't get any money for it, and they bring in 20, who bring in 50, who bring in 100, just like Facebook. People hate Facebook, by the way. Go Google it. You'll find out. They just don't have anywhere to go. If you bring them into ONET, 6 months down the road, you could have 20,000 people that have brought into ONET that are coded to you, and 10% or 20% upgrade to something in Onpassive. You just gave yourself a pay raise like triple or quadruple in 1 month or 1 day, maybe. So I would use all the free versions, all the guest things you can. If you're not a marketer, people love social media. Get them into the social media of Onet, and you could build a huge team. We always look at what's going to happen today. Don't worry about today. Do it and see what's going to happen a month down the road, 2 months down the road, 3 months down. I'm going to drain Facebook until they catch me. And then I'm going to be out of Facebook probably. But you got to you work on leverage on getting people into Onet. Because I asked personally, is Onet going to have a free version? Yes. I said, okay, it's a gold mine. It's a gold mine for everybody here. Go look at Facebook and how they grew in months, millions of people. And they did not advertise. It was word of mouth. That's all it was. And people love socializing. And if you could tell them, hey, you could go to a site that doesn't take your information, they don't sell your information, it's private. I mean, come on, it's a big, big deal. And it's simple because you're not asking anybody for money. Hey, come join me here. And they're going to share it. Kids are going to share it with parents. Parents are going to share it with doctors. Doctors are going to share it with lawyers. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And all you did is roll a little baby down a hill. By the time it got to the bottom, it was a boulder. I would recommend that highly, especially for people who say, oh, I can't share. We can all socialize. You see it every day, right? So you can get paid for that on a free version long term. So that's something that I would definitely, I think you should keep in mind, everybody here.
Thank you,
Can I add to
Marty.
that? Can I add to that, Marty? This
Absolutely not. No, go ahead, James.
No, you're going to like this, Marty. I just wanted to point this out because this just happened in Canada. And then if you got any Canadian friends that don't know about it, there was a brand new bill passed last night at 2:30 in the morning, Parliament. They didn't want anybody objecting to this bill. It was called C10, and they've just censored any derogatory comments from every Canadian on the internet. So they're watching the Canadian people now on Facebook, on Twitter, you name it, wherever. So there's from my daughter, she made a comment on Facebook about what happened, and she had over 7,000 people commenting and looking at her post inside of 4 hours. Because the Canadian people that are on social networks right now are upset over the fact that this bill got passed. So now the government has every right to censor everybody in the country. So it's almost like a China rule. Just want to let you guys know that. So when Onet comes, tell them about it because there'll be a lot of people jumping out of Facebook.
Okay. Thank you, Bill. Well, thank you so very much, Kathy Lee, for those questions. Thank you. Marty always says something that is serious, but the way he said it, in a funny way, he makes me laugh. He said, people don't like Facebook, but they do not have anywhere else to go. Roger that. Okay, so I have a question in the chat. Can we share the free products during soft launch? I think Amadine was trying to help there, but any other person wants to chime in on this? Can you share the free products right now? Sorry, can we share the free products during soft launch?
Marty knows that question.
I don't know. I don't know what we will be able to and what we won't, but I don't think there'll be a lot of sharing. I think it's more of testing. It'll be person to person. In other words, us 800,000 people will be able to do stuff back and forth with each other, but out in the open, I don't think so. But I'm not 100% sure.
I think during Charles said yesterday, no, that like during soft launch, like we can't bring people into Onet during soft launch. It's only to keep in within the founders. It's once we launch.
Okay, thank you very much, Kathy. So Marty, that is the Go-Founders will be able to share it between Go-Founders, but not yet to the public, right?
I think so.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know 100%, so I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to say something I'm not sure about.
Right. So
okay,
but that's the thinking right now. Okay.
Because at that point during soft launch, we are still proprietary, right?
What was that, James?
What was that, Jim?
I said because during soft launch, we are still proprietary.
Yeah. And we're testing too to make sure things work right. You know,
Right.
Ash doesn't want to put anything out there that isn't 100% cool.
Right. And that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have enough people to test it.
Right.
Just, I mean, how many people? We're going to have 800,000 people before you know it. That's a big test. If we could do it person to person, it's a big deal. So. Oh, and the other thing, Derek has a lot of experience, so I get what he's saying. But another thing to add, why would people get in on passive? You're going to be in anyway. Why not get paid for it? In a year's time, everybody's going to be in on passive. I'm not just saying that. There's nowhere else to go. They're looking, Ash is building a platform of something that everybody needs somewhere, somehow. And if he finds out that there's something there that they need and they don't have it, he's going to create it. Everything's there. They're coming anyway. So if you're watching this, you might as well get paid for it. It doesn't make sense not to get paid for it.
Yeah,
I
agree.
I don't think Donald Trump's going to pay everybody to use his platform.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so very much, everyone. Now, Sherry, I want to ask Sherry a question though. Have you ever lost anything before Onpassive, and why did you choose Onpassive this time?
I can answer that.
Sherry?
Seems like, well, hello, thanks, Edmar. It seems like a perfect question to ask me. I have a lot to say about that. So I just wanted to just take a second to acknowledge some guests that are on here, if that's okay. I know a couple of weeks ago we had Maria here from Jamaica, and because of the kind words of everybody here and everybody's knowledge, she joined Onpassive, and tonight she's got 5 or 6 people here as guests. So congratulations, Maria, and to all the people that are going to be on our team, welcome. I think that when you ask about the 9, have I ever lost anything? I mean, that was a big reason why I joined Onpassive. Just a little bit of my story. I know that Dr. Derek talks a lot about buying a franchise and the cost of a franchise and the cost of running it and that. And so I, for many years, I worked. I had a construction company, and we did fairly well with it. Put some money away. Decided that I would buy a franchise when I was 50 years old, and within a couple of years, the franchise, well, it didn't work. It was a lot of money. I ended up putting $550,000 into this franchise, and I ended up having to declare a bankruptcy. And so everything I had worked for the first 50 years of life was down the toilet within not even 2 years. It was probably more like a year and a half. And so I was, in a very dark place and didn't know what I was going to do. And I tried a couple of other things. They didn't work. And then one day Onpassive showed up on my Facebook, and I just had a feeling. And I did a little bit of investigative work, not a whole lot, but I had a feeling that this was it. And I thought, wow, for $97, I might as well spend that $97, go in and have a look around. That's what is encouraged, spend the $97, because I thought, well, I can get that $97 back if I don't like what I hear or what I see. Well, I saw a lot and I felt a lot and I met a lot of people in Onpassive. And so it's, oh gosh, it's the only place to be. I mean, imagine if, I don't know how long Google's been around or any of the other companies, but I'm going to say 20 years, let's say. If 20 years ago, somebody would have come to you and said, hey, if you knew now what you knew then, what you know now, hey, would you like to spend $125 or $97 US to come in and check out this company and then, earn the amount of money that you could earn from Google or Microsoft or whatever, would you do it? And I mean, that's kind of what we're saying here too. It's like, come on in, spend the $97, but you're going to get paid an enormous amount of money for doing that, not on one product, but 50 products. 50 products. Imagine that. Imagine 50 Microsofts sending you money into this little wallet every single day because you spent $97. Kind of a no-brainer. I know that $97 is a lot of money for people, but it's kind of that was asked was one of the questions that was asked earlier was from one of Maria's guests about how do we share, and if you use Maria as an example, she got the Onpassive, she got the vision, she understood it, and now she's out and she's sharing it with people that she knows and she loves. And so there's all kinds of ways to share. And so if you trust the person that invited you here, know that they have shared it with you and brought you here because they love you and care about you and want to help you. And so that's about all I got, Admire. I love when you ask me to share. I love the Caribbean webinar. And you know, just one last thing, someone was talking, I think it was you also, Dr. Derek, about how much people work and having a few jobs. And I literally work 7 days a week. And I work 7 days a week because I have 2 small children that I need to feed. And so I'm getting tired. and I know that Onpassive is going to feed my children and millions of other children.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for sharing, Sherry.
Thanks, Admire. Sorry, I just
so heartwarming to hear all these stories, and you know why people are staying with Onpassive. Onpassive offers so much hope. Okay, thank you so very much for sharing.
Yeah.
All right. I have a question, but I'm seeing a hand of Mandine. Mandine, tell me I have your name correct.
Yes, that's me. I want to defend what I said in the chat there about sharing our links. We are given those links for the 4 products that are out so we can share them with new people. That's the reason we have them. If we are to give them out to anyone that we think, let's say Otrim, let's say if we know someone who's using Bitly right now, we give them Otrim, they get an opportunity now to test it out right now, and they get to become, they can choose to become a founder through you because you share that link. And for each person that you bring in that way, that's a stream of income for you in Onpassive. So I can't understand why we would be thinking we can't share, you know, links with new people. That's what they are for. Anyone can tell me no.
Okay, Mandine, thank you for that. But I think we're going to discuss that maybe in a GoFounders webinar. You know, that might be a better place for us to discuss it there and get a little bit more clarity. But thank you very much for sharing your opinion on that. Okay. Thank you. So Chris, I want to ask Chris a question. Yes, you, Chris. The one with the head. Chris, how long have you been in Onpassive? How long have you been with the company?
I started Onpassive the same time Narelle did, actually, last year, 20, I don't like saying 2020 more because I didn't like the year, but I did because I got into passive. October of 2020.
2020, okay. So my next question is not for you, it's for somebody who have been around longer than 2020. So anybody here have been around 2018?
Yeah, September 2018.
Harry, when I see Kathy's hand. So Harry, my question to you is, why are you still here?
Because I know what's coming.
What is that?
It's coming.
It's coming. We're in something so big. I got to admit, when I started out, unfortunately, my sponsor passed away last Christmas. But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be continuing, because he bugged me I could have got in July of 2018. He kept bugging me. He says, listen, you got it. You just get in, And I said, yeah. he got me into 3 other things before that. And then, you know, it wasn't as successful as it should have been, but I said, okay, I'll get in. And as time went on, he kept saying, you got to start looking at what's going on here. And I go, yeah, okay. You know, I said, well, I'm going to be a founder, you know? So, but you know what? As time went on, I started looking at the different videos and that came out, and I'm going, oh my God, this thing is going to start, you know, this is going to be big. So it kept going. And you know what? There was points that it was frustrating, right? And I'm sure a lot of us had that. But you know what? I says, I'd wait another year for it because this is going to be so huge. Of course, we're not going to wait a year. This is going to be so huge. I encourage everybody, you know, for the $97, like get real. Like it's
Okay, so that was a male. Thank you very much, Harry. Now I want to hear from a female. Kathy, why are you still here?
Well, I think the main reason I'm still here is because of the vision of the core belief of Mr. Mufara, you know, of the giving of the heart, and of OBLESS, and to be able to hopefully wipe out poverty in this world, or at least you know, lift humanity. I've been helping people for 45 years, and that's just been my passion, and it continues to be. And that's what we saw, my husband and I, when we looked at those 2 little videos that we saw back in 2018. And that's why we're here, and we're not going anywhere. And we love it.
Thank you very much. Is there anybody who's here for the money? Is there anybody who's staying for the money?
Hey, yes, me.
Let me see who's me.
Theo.
Oh, Theodore. Theodore.
Yeah, because people coming in, they have no idea what the apples look like.
Mm-hmm.
People who are coming in, they have no idea what the apples look like.
Mm-hmm.
So when we started, that's when we were talking about the apples.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Ash says the apples that we're looking at is way better than we were looking at. And if the apples that we're looking at right now is way better than we were looking before, hey, I'm telling you, it's good to be here. That's all I have to say.
Great. So you're waiting for the money. I'm right there with you, brother.
Hey, that's all about business.
That's right.
Go hand in hand. Mr. Ash said, fill your purse first, then you help other people.
Then you help others. Okay.
You have to fill your purse first, and then you help other people.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're in it to win it.
In it to win it. Norel has her hand up, and Julie, I think you wanted to get in on the question that I asked Sherry. Have you ever lost anything? I think you wanted to get in on that. Am I right?
Any question? Yes, any question I can answer. But go ahead and have Norel comes first. Her hand has been up for a while.
Norel is going to come now, and then you go. Okay.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Admira. I just wanted to go back just a little bit to Facebook, you know, when we were discussing that. Last night, and I see it often, I had a Facebook friend, and I have, you know, close to 4,000 friends on Facebook, and there is a lot of people getting disgruntled, and they have been for the last 12 months, maybe 18 months or so. Censorship is huge, and Jim spoke before about it coming as a law in Canada. Here in Australia, we are censored a lot. At one stage last year, they stopped any overseas news coming through Facebook. Any overseas news coming through Facebook to Australia. You know, it was just pathetic. So censorship is a big thing all over the world, but Facebook is controlling so that they can control you where to go, what to think, what to do. They sell you information to third party. And the thing is, just bringing it back to ONET, is that is not going to happen. With Onpassive, ONET is not going to on-sell your information to anyone. And that's a promise. So, you know, a lady said last night, you know, I'm so over this, but you're right. They don't know where to go. they've tried, there's a couple of other platforms out there, but they're doing absolutely nothing because they don't have the amazing technology of AI technology, and they don't have the heart of Onpassive. So you just got to speak to people on Facebook. I sent her a message and I'm waiting for her to get back to me. And I've seen it many times. Scroll through your messages on Facebook, reconnect with those people that you have on Facebook, because they will want to change. I can tell you now, as Marty said, they will come over in the hundreds of thousands because they are absolutely sick of it, you know. So just to reiterate on that section of ONET with Onpassive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Narelle. Thank you so very much. At this point, we usually get ready to close. It's close to 10. So I'm going to ask our guests, if you have that last question that you need to get answered, please stand up and ask it now or write it in the chat, because we are about to close this part of our webinar. We usually have 2 parts. So this is the first, and then we have our after party. Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions or any hands up. So I usually give any founder an opportunity, if you have anything to say, if you want to make a point, any co-founder at this point, you are free to do so. After which we're going to ask the panelists to give 1 minute close up as to, you know, telling people to get in now and why they should get in now. So any person, any co-founder who wants to.
I'll say something. Yeah, I'm going to eventually, someday, my dream is someday to maybe do some traveling someday. You know, I'm 67 now, so I like to kind of enjoy my senior life. And another thing, I'm talking right now, so go ahead and start texting on your phones and everything. So I'm talking, so go ahead and do that. So anyhow, yeah, I like to do a little traveling in my lifetime a little bit, and see the country, and we're talking about maybe move to North Carolina someday in the future. We got a big house here, and we're going to sell that because I don't need it anymore. My family's all grown up, and so it's time to downsize a little bit. So anyhow, we're going to do something different for a change, and I want to enjoy my life, you know, a little bit better than I am. And I want to have me a nice new truck someday. That's my dream. So anyhow, that's all I got to say.
Thank you very much for saying that, David. Thank you so very much. All right.
All right.
So we're going to ask the panelists, 4 panelists that we had tonight, to just one word to our guests who are here why they should get in now, or if they should get it now.
Okay, as Richard Branson said, opportunities come across your table all the time in life. And if you're not sure about it, just get in and learn about it later, because it'll be an opportunity that you'll be happy that you decided to get in with. So just get in and learn about it. It's only $97. Just get in. Just get in. Don't think twice. Just get in and learn all about it.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you so very much, Bell. Sam has his hand up, so we have to take Sam. We cannot let Sam go to sleep without asking that question tonight.
All right, thank you very much.
Sam. You're welcome.
I have a question for Julie. I've been on your show on a couple of times, and I was wondering how your presentation was. Like, is it open to everyone? If you want to just give me an explanation of how that program was, and as to who come and present on your program.
Absolutely, Sam. Thank you for the question. The Julie and Milo show is made and welcome everyone. So all you have to do, if you like to do a presentation on our show, all you got to do is say, I would like to do a presentation on your show. Basically, what we are doing right now in the presentation is we are giving opportunity for everyone to come on. And some of us might be scared of doing it in front of other people. So we have the audience, we have all of our friends here that will be your audience. and you will come on and you actually do a presentation. And when you do a presentation, we have the slides, we have everything for you. All you got to do is show up, do a presentation, and then everyone will give you the feedback on it. And then we have a program, what we call is certification as a presenter, which we made all the slides for you. You get to present your presentation, your own recording. And at that time, you get to use your recording and share with other people. It's a lot of work on your end, and it's a lot of work on our end as well. We have about a handful of presenters have already done, which I will share all of their presentation on the Leadership Council in a couple of days. So look forward to it. And if you are the subscriber of the Julie and Milo Show, you can definitely take any of those presentations that you see on there and share. In our channel, we don't put our personal link in there, so you can take it and then add your personal link on it and share it with other people. Like Cedric had done 8, Polly Cherry has done, I think 10 maybe. Yeah, there's a lot. So Sam, absolutely. All you got to do is send me a message if we are on Facebook Friends Together, or you can go on to the julieandmilo.com. Up on the top left corner, just said, I'm interested in doing your presentation. So we'll set you up. On the Wednesday night, we are back to probably about 4 or 5 weeks. You can definitely join that. And if you want to do a presentation for the certification, you actually can sign that up as well. I know Milo is traveling the next month and a half. So we probably going to be really busy this week. And then, yeah, it's going to be really interesting. But yes, Sam, I've always give long.
All right, response. The follow-up one is, if I may ask, do you have like certain languages that can be presented, or it's open to all languages?
Yes, we love different languages. So if you speak another language, we would love for you to do a certification presentation. So what's going to happen is that we're going to send you a practice PDF where you can go through those, and then you can write down the notes. Or if you are a translator, or if you are good at looking at English and translate, you could do that. But we recommend you to actually write down the presentation, and we can work with you. And absolutely, we love other languages. So yes. What language do you speak, Sam?
Oh boy, this is TWI from Ghana.
Okay, we would love for you to come on. So send me a message, and I'll send you the package for you to start. I recommend everyone, because you know what? The presentation that you do is a way for you to build your team. And our goal is to make a 15 minutes presentation only, and you get to be the presenter. And yeah, would love to. And then let's see who else I hear. Yeah, we'd love for you to do different languages.
So Simon Julie, I'm gonna encourage you to share your information in the chat. Send your email address or something that he can reach you.
Yes.
And then you can.
I don't think I can copy from the chat. So Sam, if you could send an email, a message to like Admira or Chris, anybody, and they'll connect.
Okay, he can put it in the chat, and I will get it for you, Julie.
Thank you, dear. Could I say something really quick, Admira, for anyone who hasn't tell your story at the Julie and Milo show? You might want to do that. It is very important. I know I take some time, and if you want me to stop, I could, but it is very important that you tell your story. Do you know why? It's because you let people know who you are. When you let people know your story, even the people that know you, that haven't really know your story, your passion, when you share Onpassive, it will go through there. So if you haven't done a story and on with the Julie and Milo show, when I said story, you tell your story about your life, your past, and how excited you are in Onpassive, you might want to do that. we have a video out there that we explained it. I can send it to you if you like to know more about it.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay. So Julie, Sam shared his email, so I captured it, so I will just forward it to you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Sanja, we am giving you 1 minute to make a point or ask a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. It's morning here in Australia. It was just mentioned that if anyone speaks other language than English, that you can help with presentation. I speak Croatian, Serbian, few languages, which are basically the same. So I would like to do a presentation and get some help with that.
Okay, so Julie, that's another person for you. So Sandra, just put your information in the chat, your email address, and I will get it to Julie for you, and she will contact you. Okay,
Thank you so
you're
much.
welcome. You're all
Thank you.
welcome. And guys, oh, I just want to say how amazing you were tonight. I just had so much fun with you guys, and all that information that keep coming. I learned something new every time. Thank you so very much to all our co-founders for coming on tonight and for sharing in any way that you did.
You're welcome.
You really made tonight's webinar very special. To our 4 panelists, Yvonne, hey, and Narelle, thank you so very much from Australia. Mr. Bell, we want to say a special thank you to you, and Julie. Julie, I wish you would have had us on the Julie and Milo show right now. Thank you, Julie, for coming and for sharing everything that you did with us. Chris is my right-hand man, and so is Terry. You guys are so supportive, always here with us. Thank you so very much, Terry, for sharing the screen. Thank you very much, Chris, for all that you do. And Marty, always here, always have something serious to say in a funny way. All right, so I just want to thank everybody for coming on, and most importantly, I just want to say thank you to all our guests who came and those who asked questions, and you got clarity tonight. We're just encouraging you to don't wait, get in now. Get back to the person who invited you here tonight. Get in it. Win it. Okay? So good night, everyone. I'm going to stop the recording now so that we can start our party.
Hey, it's Mr. Hollywood Squares time.